now to understand what does it take to get the fish from 10 to 30 grams to 1,000 gram in 4-5 months. Now there are two options. Either you use packaged imported feeds. There are several types in the open market, the ones that are imported from different parts of Nigeria. But if you use them, you're going to end up at about 220 to about 350 to feed your fish. But for those of us, I'm a consultant, I want you to minimize your cost of feed as much as possible. So if you have, now those imported ones are profitable, of course, because if you put in 250 and you get 600 naira fish, 300 naira and you get 600 fish, you're still making almost 100% more. Now, but then, because we're in a country that's blessed with natural resource, we've got so many local feed ingredients, depending on where you are in Nigeria, that can be compounded together to give you the right stuff to get your fish to grow to appropriate size at a lower cost. Like, let's say something like about 110 naira, right? And for those of us in other countries in Africa where we don't have access to imported feeds, like someone just called me from Kenya and said, look, we don't have, there's a particular brand that they have and it's cutting their throats, cutting their pocket. So what do they have to do? And that's what this particular segment is for. Now, what are different ingredients? Now, definitely everyone needs this book, the Growing Catfish book, because right there in the book, if you look at from page 37, it's a 70-page book, but from page 37, 47, 57, up to 67, 20-something pages is dedicated to feeds. Well, what do you feed your feeds? How do you formulate the feeds? So I'm just going to touch a few of them that are very vital, and then I implore you to get the book and then get both the old and this new VCD to be able to help you, and watch a presentation on YouTube that has to do with feeding, so that you can have a firm grasp of the feeding process. If you want to be a little bit, if you're not that lazy, just getting, in quotes, getting the imported feeds. So let's go ahead first. Now on page 44 of the book, we talk about so many feedstuffs and the amount of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins and fiber that are in there. Then I'll show you all the different kinds of feeds first, and then we'll look at how do you compound a particular feed. So let me just show you samples of the different kinds of feed ingredients, depending on the one that's most available in your country. The first one is maize offal. Now, this is the effluent of maize that has been utilized for some particular purpose. So not just the real maize that the humans are going to eat. Yeah, it is, but these are the effluents of the maize. So you are not supposed to go buy. You can buy maize in the market, of course. It's easy to grow in Nigeria. What you just do is make sure you grind it into powder form, and then you get it out as a reserve in bags. Then you've got the next one. Now this maize is meant for plant carbohydrates. Now let's look at another carbohydrate stuff in here. I think that's the major stuff. We got wheat offal. Now wheat offal is quite more of a fiber or rice bran. Now somewhere in Agenebode in Nigeria, if people can really grow blind, because rice offal is just almost like a waste there, that trailer loads come to just pick it for free, just like sawdust you have at sawmills. Now this is wheat offal. These are the effluents from flour mills, extracts from the wheat that is used in making flour. Now one of the best ones comes from Nigeria, the Diamond brand. Now the fishes are eating better than humans because the germ of the wheat is still here. They're supposed to benefit the animal. Now we, the higher animal, are taking the junk, which is used to make white bread, while the real ingredient is there, reserved for the fish. No wonder fishes have so much color. Now let's look at another nice plant protein. Now this is soya bean cake. Now there are two kinds of soya. We got the soya bean meal, and then we full fat soya. Now when we talk of soya bean meal, people will think of the soya bean, but this is soya beans that have been roasted, and then the oil has been extracted and then broken into small pieces. That's what you call the soya bean cake. This is part of the ingredients that we know how to defeat. Then you've got the full fat soya. Now the difference between the full fat soya and the soya bean meal is that this is fatty, a little bit of oils right in there. the oil is still there. So you want your fish to be a little bit fatter. Then you've got to be concentrated a little bit more on full fat soya. But the real source of fat is the groundnut cake. This is groundnut that has been roasted, and then the effluents come in cakes. In local parlance, in the Hausa tribe in Nigeria, call it kuli kuli. Now that's what's been grounded. If you really, really tasty. Now we call this groundnut cake. Now this actually gives this part of the ingredients you're going to use to prepare the local meal. Okay, we've got the full fat soya. Then this is about the most expensive of the feed stuff. This is grounded fish that's called fish meal. Now here we look at its powder form. It smells so nice. You can't smell it on camera though. Now this is an imported stuff. This is called 72% fish meal from a Danish company in Netherlands. Now we got the Nigerian version. This is 72% fish meal. Now we've got the 65% too, and we've got the one that's less than 65% that's actually from grounded fish from the harbor in Nigeria. Then we've got this other one called the fish premix for vitamins. It's a mixture of minerals that's supposed to be added in a particular quantity to actually assist in providing vitamin minerals for the fish to grow. Then we've got this one, the bone meal, to supply phosphorus and calcium for the fish. This is bone that has been pulverized into powder to actually give them phosphorus and calcium, like I said. How do you make them more? Okay. Now you still need to add lysine. These are like liquid protein. These don't liquid, this is a powder, but then we call them synthetic protein. The smell is interesting and somehow they call this lysine. They're like growth boosters. They are like growth boosters. The sister to it is methionine. Now these are things that you had in very small quantities. I'm going to tell you the quantity you're going to have just now. And then you have to get shells to be grounded that you're going to add for more calcium. And then you've got this table salt, and then you've got palm oil, and then a little bit of medication to just act as a prophylaxis, tetracycline, but terramycin is better. So let's see if you have to make, how do you combine all of this together? Now I'll give you a sample on page, like we have on page 45 of the book. If you want to make a 10 kilogram version of the food, what quantity do you have to add together that you're going to mix into a dough in a bucket with small water to look more like a flour dough when you mix all of them together with small amount of water in the bucket, and then you now hold it firmly in your hand like balls, and then you place it right inside a machine like this, and then you plug it onto the system. This is what a pelleting machine. You place it in there. Once you put it on, it comes out just like a chin chin. You know this delicacy for children. That's what you call pellets. Now let's now look at how do you get a 10 kg formulation that will really help you. But this is there in this book. But I'm just saying this for video recording sake. Now to make 10 kg, your interest would be based on cost. Like I told you, fish meal is the most expensive. The fish meal is most expensive. So a farmer would like to, a bag of it is almost close to about 4,000 to 5,000 naira. So you want to put a minimal amount of these in your feeds so as to save cost. Whereas this guy, this one here, the wheat offal, a full bag of 50 kg costs about probably about 1,000 naira. But a full bag of fish meal, that's about 25 kg, is probably about 12,000 naira more. Quite expensive. So what you do is that you want to minimize this and pour plenty of this right inside your mixture. You're not going to have a chin chin come out, a pellet come out, because there's too much of fiber at the expense of this. So there has to be a guide for you to have a perfect quality product that will be able to make your fish grow. So here is a detail here. For a 10 kg meal, this is what happens. I won't mention the price because price varies country to country, state to state. So animal protein, fish meal for a 10 kg mixture, we are going to use 1 kilogram of fish meal. Sorry, it's going to be 1 kilogram because you can't use 0.100 grams because the fish will need to feel the smell of the fish because they're carnivorous animals. So they need to feel the smell of another fish so that they feel like they're eating one of their kinds. Then you now need plant protein. Now the plant protein we have is either you use soya bean cake or the soya bean cake. Now this is for the plant protein, this is what you get. Now for crude fiber to make up digestibility, that's when you're going to use the wheat offal. And then for grain to give them energy, that's where you have the maize offal to give them energy. Now let me go back again and talk about the quantity. Now for plant protein, the soya bean cake, you are going to use 3 kg. So already on 4 kg already out of the 10 kg. 1 kg of fish meal, 3 kg of soya bean cake. Now for the crude fiber, because it's a very loose feed, now just for digestibility, you're just going to use half a kilo, 0.5 kg on a 10 kg mixture. So already on about 1 plus 3 plus 0.5, 3.5 kg. Now for energy, because they move about a lot, we're going to use the maize offal. We're going to use about 2.5 kg of wheat offal. And then for the fats, use full fat soya or what do we have? Our friend here, granite cake. What's my granite cake? Okay, here's my granite cake. So you either use the full fat soya or the granite cake, either of the two that's available in your area for the fat stuff. Now because we don't want them to be too fat, you use 0.5 kg of the full fat. Then for minerals, the bone meal, now we're getting, this is just a mineral, so you're just using 50 grams. That's almost 1/20 of a kilo. That's something you just put in a cup. Right. And then you add it to the 10 kg meal. Then we now have the premix, the multivitamins premix. You add about 2 cups. That's about 100 grams. That's about 2 cups, 100 grams. And then for the lysine, you are going to add about 4 cups. That's about 200 grams. Then for the methionine, 2 cups, 500 grams. Then for the calcium, is either you use or trace minerals. You're going to use the calcium sulfate, or if you don't have access to that, in the local environment, seashells will be grounded, and then you mix some of them into your stuff. And then as trace minerals, you just add a little bit of table salt, just like a tablespoon, like that. About 2 in a 10 kg mixture. Then close to finals, you add a little bit of palm oil. A little bit of palm oil as a trace mineral. Now for these, you're probably going to add about 3 or 4 cups of this to the meal. And then if you have access to stabilized vitamin C, when the weather is cold, you can actually add that to it too. And then finally, to help with your health, you can, just as a prophylaxis for stress, you can actually add probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's not compulsory. But you can just add it at least maybe once in a while to the meal. So that's prophylaxis. You open it up and then mix it, because they are not going to hit the cover of the capsule. So it's the powder that's in there. So you take the powder out like that and add it to the meal and you throw off the airplane. It's we men that has to swallow. So what you do is mix all of this stuff together, 10 kg, with a little bit of water. For some people, they can use plant starch, like the starch you use to starch your dress. You make a little bit of it and use it to mix so that they can bind properly together. Some use egg yolk, and some use animal gelatin, like what you call pomo, that kind of thing. And then you now squeeze it all together, mix it all together, it becomes a dough. You put it in the air and then plug it to the electrical outlet, and then it shines out. You'll see a clip of that on YouTube, on our YouTube page too, and then that tells you how to. So you have different sizes of this pelleting machine. Now, if you are a small homestead backyard producer, you can use what you call meat shredder. That's what you use in shredding meat to make meat pie. But if you want to go a little bit further, you can go for something like this. You can make it locally yourself, but it's imported from China. And then there are bigger pelleting machine, like you see on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, that you can use for serious Let me give an example. If you have